Welcome to Fastang 444. I am actually trying to start right near where I just won in an Andretti Beetle. Yeah, this is something that I've been trying randomly as of late. Wherever a head-to-head completes, when I lose or I am in a final showdown, I'm just staying in the same area, and I'm moving over to this road here where potentially there will be some drops. And this is what is this, at the base of Volcano Mountain and northwest of the stadium. And as the game starts, I do not see a drop immediately nearby. Pans to the right, I didn't see anything over there. There was one over on the left over here. I don't see anyone on the mini-map yet, so I may be able to get to it before someone else can. Let's see, you can see the stadium over on the right there. Still no one on the mini-map. One of the few times I will watch the mini-map as I'm heading away from a direction where potentially the head-to-head would lead, going towards a drop. And there is a car over on the left there. So I am going to head over towards the stadium, and they are actually coming on really quick. And we're in a head-to-head. So I know to go over towards the stadium. There's a strip of houses on this road that's highlighted in the blue off to the right, and a lot of trees. So this is a clear route. It's a little bit longer to the finish, but they wound up running into either a building or some trees there. So I now have the lead. This road that has a right turn, I know to roughly follow along the line of this road and then go to the right over towards the finish. This crosses the dry stream. It's the dry season, and the finish is over just on the other side of this intersection, the south side of this intersection. Finish here, and I guess we'll continue on this line. They wound up leaving the game, I think, or they were outside of the arena circle when they left. Not sure, doesn't really matter. I beat them. I'm in a level 5 Ford Focus RS. It's a good level 5, quick, good off-road vehicle. There are two cars over here. I'm trying to get into a head-to-head with them, but I will slow this down. A lot happens here. So they just engaged in a head-to-head. They are heading the same direction I am heading. And this third vehicle comes along, a Maserati Levante Pikachu. Sounds like a sneeze, actually. So I am heading the direction of a head-to-head. I have a jump on them. I don't know if they got tangled up in the guardrails back there. I know they were heading away from where a head-to-head would be, so I have a definite lead. And the finish is over on the east side of the stadium. You can see the stadium lights here. Get through a few random trees. May be some buildings that I have to go around here, so I'm going to go to the right around that triangular shaped intersection to the left there of that. I know there are buildings, so that worked out well. I can get into a level 6 after beating Pikachu. take the Chola, and the arena just shrunk. I can see the arena wall is behind me, so I will turn around, roughly head the direction that I just came from. There are some cars coming towards me, so if I can engage in a head-to-head with one of them and get them going away from the direction of a head-to-head, then I will have a bit of an advantage. There's a car over here. What are they in? They are in a level 7 Jeep Trailcat. They were going sideways of the direction of a head-to-head. I guess I might have been as well. So they have a bit of a jump. So I am going to try and just keep as much speed and turn very little. The least you turn in any of the cars, the more speed you will gain. They are off on the right there, crossing the highway. I know to go over towards this bridge, and the finish is up this hill here. So I will slow down so I don't hit any trees and have the curse of the Chola bite me. Trees and branches are not the Chola's friend. So let's get down the hill. That's a level 2. Alright, I am going to take the level 7 Bronco over the Trailcat. It has a higher top speed. It actually handles a little better off-road. It is less prone to roll over and flip. And I was right near this gap in the trees that angles to the west. So I'm going to get through this gap over towards the riverbed. It's dry season, so there isn't any water in here. Potentially there could be drops on either side of the dry riverbed. There isn't this particular time. Okay, open up the map and I'll pause that. I can see the arena wall touches over around Atlantis de Tula. So that tells me the final arena will be around Atlantis de Tula. Open it up again after the arena shrinks to be certain. So I am actually heading away from what I call the progression of the game. The natural progression of the game and the head-to-heads. There are patterns to the head-to-heads in every area, depending on where the final arena will be, determines those patterns. So if everyone goes to the same area, potentially you're going up against faster cars. So by going away from the progression of the game, I can find, okay, I paused that. You can see where the final arena or the next arena wall and that arena touch around Atlantis de Tula. Okay, so back to my train of thought and my strategy of going away from the natural progression of the game. So I can potentially find low or mid-level cars that are on a car drop search that are trying to stay away from head-to-heads because they are in low-level cars, not engaging in head-to-heads. And those that are engaging in head-to-heads, they're going to be in higher-level cars. There's a Jeep Trackhawk, a level 9, and a Funko, level 10. So they are around where the progression of the game and those head-to-heads are taking everyone. The downside is there is a limited number of head-to-heads that you can engage in by using this strategy. Someone just got into a Mercedes AMG One. Yeah, I found using this strategy 5 or 6 head-to-heads is the most head-to-head you can get into by using this strategy. So the other part of this is you need a mid-level drop around the beginning, and then use this strategy to get into a higher level car. Alright, so now I'm coming over, and here's a car over here. I am actually keening on them fairly quick, so I will slow this down here. A lot happens in a short distance. Watch this. So they're in a level 5 Bronco R. Right when I get close to them, I will slow this down. I'm going to jump over this road, and I wind up jumping over the edge of this building as I near them and engage in a head-to-head with them. There is a bump in this road here that we both are going to hit. Right there. They go flying into the trees. I wind up resetting. They are not resetting, but they are heading the wrong direction. The head-to-head is going to lead the direction I am facing. So I will get on this road and go around these trees that are off to the right. They wound up getting hung up in the trees back there and are not heading the direction of a head-to-head. I open up the map, and I'll pause that for a second. The finish is west of Atlantis to Tula, and there are trees between myself and the finish point. So I need to slow down, focus on the base of these trees so I can get through here without hitting them. Over to the finish. There is someone over on the perimeter there. I noticed that. So I am going to go over down this dirt road.
Opponent eliminated.
Alright, great. A Lamborghini Murcielago. If need be, I can use this in the final showdown. I would really like to get into one or two more head-to-heads. So I am just going to sit here. I will let my vehicle go opaque on the mini-map where I am not visible on the mini-map. And I'm just going to creep forward. I was going too fast where I showed on the mini-map. And I noticed here this Yaroslav. He's an online gaming friend, and I haven't seen him in quite some time. He just got into a Mercedes AMG One over there on the left. I'm hoping that he makes the mistake of coming down this road, heading the wrong direction, but he sees me moving and starts going the direction of a head-to-head, so I will go to the left and try to stay away from him because I want to make the final showdown. Don't want to lose a late head-to-head to Yaroslav and a faster car. So I'm going to just be evasive long enough to where there isn't enough time to complete a head-to-head, and there isn't at this time. Well, actually there is, so I am going to head over on this road. This is near where that car was on the perimeter. Now I will get over in position now that there isn't enough time to complete a head-to-head. Just right here is the point I like to leave from.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. Just on the east side of Atlantis to Tula. This is Arena 8. The range of time to leave is 21 to 24 seconds. I will leave at 24 seconds. For the road angles to the right, this is where I angled slightly to the left. I need to angle over to the right to get close to this intersection. There are trees and a small shed over on the left. You can see the shed and the trees there. Now I just will continue on this line. Try to avoid the intersections through this greenhouse area. Around every of these intersections there are buildings and obstructions. Now I can see this road that crosses the highway. Where the bend in the road is there, I know there are greenhouses and some small buildings. On this line I will avoid them, crossing the highway. Alright, I think I have to avoid some trees on this line. There's some on the left. Here's another one on the right. Yaroslav is coming on quick, so I need to really focus on this, and I will slow down as I near this finish so I don't overshoot it and miss the finish. Got it. Wow. Good race, Yaroslav. Well played. I didn't notice this until after the race, but both of them were in AMG Ones.
Horizon, please congratulate the Eliminator!
Thanks for watching. That was an exciting final showdown that I hope you enjoyed. And if you haven't yet, I'm trying to get my channel to grow, so just click that link on the bottom right and subscribe.